Upper East Siders. I'm just kidding. No, but welcome to the Upper East Side. So the Upper East Side is going to range from 59th, which is the bottom of Central Park, to 96. You're not at the top of Central Park West yet, but that's where we're going to stop. And you're going to go all the way. Sorry, I'm facing south, so I'm a little backwards. We're going to go east to the river, and we're going to go west to Central Park. The Upper East Side is home to a lot of neighborhoods. So you have everything from Yorkville all the way east. You have Carnegie Hill that's going to be west and north. You have Lenox Hill. Anyways, there's a lot of different neighborhoods for you to explore, and each of them have their own flavor. Once you get over closer to like Park Avenue, you have a double wide street. So you're going to get a lot more light in those apartments just because they're so far away from each other. Madison is also a little bit wider. Obviously, if you get to Fifth Avenue, you're going to be looking at the park, so who cares how wide the street is, right? The park is full of this amazing, beautiful running path, gorgeous people running, obviously, lots and lots of greenery, water, and I mean, look at you get the beautiful view of the bridge. We're going over to Queens. We have Roosevelt Island in the middle. You really get it all. It's a nice, beautiful escape. You have this park on the east side. You have Central Park in the middle. So anytime you want to get out of your home and get into some greenery, you can do that here on the Upper East Side. So one thing I'm sure when people think of the Upper East Side, they think of a lot of people with money. I can't afford to live there, but that's just not true. So the Upper East Side, when you're going a little bit further west towards Central Park, it does tend to be a little bit more expensive, and it has been for a long time. And the reason for that is because we used to only have one train on the Upper East Side, but now we have the Q. So the Q is now in, and it's on 2nd Avenue. So you have an extra line versus just the green line that's on Lexington. So if you are looking for a place to live here in Manhattan and you're looking for something that's a little bit lower on the price point, surprisingly enough, you can come to the Upper East Side. You're gonna get walk-ups, you're gonna get big, beautiful luxury buildings that are everything you would think of when you come to the Upper East Side. But just don't think that it's that stereotypical, I have to have $5 million to buy a studio, because that's not what it is. It has affordable living for everybody, as well as that beautiful luxury living, which of course you're going to be seeing today. But that's all I got to tell you. Fine dining, pubs, everything in between. And I feel like I have to say, XOXO, Erin. Guess who's showing you today? Come on in. Okay, so this isn't going to happen very often, but today I'm going to show you this apartment, which I'm so excited to show you. It is 520 East 90th Street, Unit 3A. Let's get started. What I feel like I should point out first is that this property is the property of closets. I don't even know how I'm going to remember to show you every single closet, but I'm going to do my best. So this fantastic area has 2 closets. Fantastic closet here. I feel like this would be the most perfect reading nook ever. I actually should bring a book here. I'll just ask them if I can come and sit and read. I think it's appropriate. And then another closet here, or it could be used as a pantry, art storage, whatever you'd like, but tons and tons of closet space. So this apartment is a 2-bed, 2-bathroom. All of the different rooms are windowed. How fantastic is that? So you can use this as a dining nook, reading nook. It's been set up as an office, a work from home area. And then of course we have the kitchen. It's great because it's also windowed, which you'll see, but it has a 4-burner, tons of cabinet space. If you wanted to, you could open this up more into that dining area, but they wanted it just a little bit separated. But I mean, who doesn't love a kitchen that's windowed? In New York, you guys, this is practically unheard of. So something else that I should note is that it is a co-op. So when we say 1,400 square feet, we're giving you an approximation, because co-ops, you're actually purchasing shares in a corporation. You're not purchasing real property or square footage. So 1,400 is an approximation, and as you'll see in a lot of units, when they are co-ops, we don't really give you the square footage. We're not trying to withhold from you, that's just why. And I missed a closet, as I told you I might. Fantastic large closet for the entryway. I mean, honestly, I'm like, this place just has more closets than most places. With yet another closet. But it is great. A lot of apartments, I feel like you just enter and you go straight into a wall, but here you have this fantastic foyer area and another large closet. Lots of shelving. This whole space was actually put in. And we have bedroom number 1 with its own ensuite bathroom. The nice thing is, and you'll see they have a beautiful courtyard for the Gracie Gardens. And this unit faces the gardens and it faces out front, which is just fantastic. And of course, as I said, every room is windowed. So their bathroom is also windowed, which is just spectacular. You may think that this comes standard in every apartment. No, it does not. There's a washer dryer. So fantastic washer dryer. And then yet another bathroom with another window. And I mean, it even has greenery outside your window in your bathroom. Coming into the primary bedroom, you have more closets. Then you have this big, beautiful bedroom, and you're actually overlooking a field, which I've seen kids playing at like twice. And of course, these beautiful trees, lots of greenery. If you really want a neighborhood, this area is fantastic. You get all of this fantastic greenery while having a big, beautiful home. Oh, and did I mention this place has closets? Another large closet. The best room, according to me, is this absolutely beautiful living room. It's so homey. You have the bookshelves, of course, some office space. I feel like you need that now in all of your homes. And then you have this gorgeous view. And just so you know, we are on the Upper East Side. We are on East 90th Street and the windows are open and I'm mic'd. You can't hear anything. I mean, this is the quintessential Upper East Side over in Yorkville. I've come home to this little nook and I don't hear anything. It's fantastic. It's really a home. Love it. Well, thanks for joining us. So Gracie Gardens is actually 4 co-op buildings that are put together to create one co-op corporation. They were built in 1942 and they were converted in the very early 80s into co-ops. So this space is spectacular and it's all combined by this beautiful garden area. Isn't it great? If you're in your home all day and then you just want to go sit outside and enjoy the sun, you have your space for it. It's also right across the street from Asphalt Green. You're in the 90s, all the way east in Yorkville. You are so close to the new Q train. You're also really close to the ferry. For people that are looking to move into the Upper East Side because they want a neighborhood, but they still have to work down at Wall Street, no worries. You can literally still get down there in 20 to 30 minutes because of the train and the ferry. But then you get to come home to this. I mean, how fantastic is this? Especially if you're coming from someplace that's out of the city and you want to still have greenery around you. You don't just want to be surrounded by, you know, what do they say, the cement city. You can come to this area of the Upper East Side, Yorkville, and you can find a home at Gracie Gardens. They're on the affordable level. Great for first-time home buyers here in New York City. They have a lot of space. They allow laundry. And look at this amazing garden space that you get to enjoy.
Hello.
Hey, Emily.
Welcome. Come on in.
Thank you. I'm so excited to see
so
the
much
space.
for coming.
Well, I am here with the fabulous Emily Margolin.
Hello.
And we are at 910 Park Avenue.
5th.
Oh my gosh, we're on the park. So we're at 910 Fifth Avenue, Unit 3A. Yeah, so tell us about the unit.
Sure. We're standing here in the entryway. I'd like to draw your attention immediately to the fact that you have sort of just a little bit of a welcoming landing before we get to my favorite part, which is the living room. So without further ado, I'll
Should
take
we go to the living
you.
room?
Yes,
I love it.
let's come on.
And now, I know why this is your favorite.
Yes. So we are obviously overlooking the park, but the other thing that's incredible about this space is that it's just sprawling. So you have a lot of living area. Obviously, there's a separate dining, so you just have a lot of space, a lot of light, and it's very, very classic.
And all right, for you non-New Yorkers out there, this is a lot of space. I don't care what you may be thinking at home, that like, you know, this is tiny. For New York, this is huge. This is like twice the size of most people's apartments in a living room. And there's a separate dining room, which is also very classic, Upper East Side. And you're facing the park.
Yes,
Central Park.
So that's very special. It's actually even special to this building. So a lot of the buildings along Fifth Avenue are 100 years old. Most of them were built in 1910, 1919. Because this building was re-renovated in the late 50s, we get these balconies. So they're very rare. Some of them are opened up, some of them aren't. So it's a really special apartment.
Yeah. And it's 2 bedrooms, right?
2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms.
Okay, and living, separate dining, and a balcony overlooking Central Park. I mean,
yes.
Fantastic.
There you go.
All right.
So we are actually right here on the corner of 72nd and 5th Avenue.
Yeah.
This is actually one of my favorite moments in Manhattan, in all of Manhattan. And the reason is you're right here by the crosstown bus. You can go up and down 5th Avenue. You can go right into Central Park. Cross the street, go right into Central Park. There's Bethesda Fountain. It's just absolutely one of the best little corners to sit and people watch. So
you know, that's actually a really good point. So in Central Park, and I know this because I've gotten lost in Central Park more than any human being should ever get lost in Central Park. But 72nd Street, it goes straight through. You'll always find where you are. It's where that beautiful fountain is you see in all of the movies.
Horse-drawn carriages, yes, right here. They actually pick up right over here.
It's where you start the mall, and the mall just goes straight south in the park. So it really is that one spot of Central Park that you can always get to where you're going from 72nd. That is great.
That's why it's one of the most prestigious addresses in all of Manhattan.
Yeah. And listen, it's New York, it's like everywhere, there's construction. And the crown molding, right? I know we've been in other areas that have been a little bit different, a little modern, but this is the Upper East Side. You have to have that Upper East Side feel to it.
Yes, classic. All right, so you've got your half bath there.
Yes, and a full bath. And closets and closets and closets and closets because it's pre-war.
And lots of space.
Love it.
Here we are in the primary bedroom. The best part about this is that you have this extra access to that balcony where you're just looking out over the park and you can wake up to the birds singing in the trees.
Oh my gosh. Literally, who doesn't want to move to New York and live overlooking Central Park?
I sometimes come here a little bit early for showings and just look out and enjoy the view. It's really incredible.
I feel like morning coffee on the balcony overlooking.
The fall when the colors change in the trees.
And then you still get the sunsets, right? Because we're facing west.
Yes, you do. You absolutely do.
You literally get everything. This is amazing.
Yes. So you can feel it already. This is much more peaceful, much quieter. It's interior facing. So this is for the member of the family who just wants the quiet.
Yeah, right. You come home from working in New York City, which is hustle and bustle all day, and you're like, I just want to sleep here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I need the space for is to sleep. I love it.
Large, luxurious.
And it's a lot of room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, 15 more closets.
Walk-in closet, ensuite bath. Yeah, it's just wonderful. So here we are in the formal dining room.
Yeah.
This has been kept in the original state where you can close off the kitchen. There's a modern thing where people are opening up their kitchens, which you can certainly do. But I do have some clients who like the idea that you can close off the kitchen.
Yeah.
And again, you were talking a little bit about classic pre-war, classic Upper East Side. You have your service entrance back here. You can go back to the service elevator. If you have muddy shoes, you can come in that way. It's absolutely white gloves, so take your trash out there and they'll come get it for you. Anything you might need, it sort of operates like a hotel. So
yeah, so that's actually really important for people to know, just like on the Upper East Side, white glove. You can find white glove anywhere, but white glove service really is that. I mean, you don't have to do anything. I have a feeling if you wanted to, they would bring the groceries straight up through the back service entrance for you.
Yes.
I mean, this is really the type of building you want to live in when you want to come in and just live a luxurious life in New York City.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Should we take a look at the kitchen?
Yes, come on in. Country French. So of course you can keep it as is, or you can open it up, renovate it. But the key point here is space, space, space. So you have a lot of options here.
Yeah. And I do love this. You're right there.
I do
Country
too.
French, right? It's so cute. And there's gas, which is fantastic. I don't know how to cook on electric, so I always appreciate when
you have more control
gas.
that way.
Yeah. This is so great, so beautiful, so Upper East Side.
Yes.
It would be fantastic for anybody that is looking to move here and does want that separation, right? You want to be able to entertain in the living space, leave people in the dining area, or vice versa. And thank you so much for showing me around.
Thank you for coming. I so appreciate your taking the time to walk through.
As I said, you have places that are very pub-like here on the Upper East Side, but of course, since we're out for the best Manhattan, we ended up coming to Bar Italia. Now, Bar Italia is such a cute spot here. Ooh, and they're actually bringing us some bread right now. And oil. This is how you know it's very true Italian, when they bring out the oil. Oh, we'll take one piece of bread if you don't mind. Whole wheat, please, and healthy. Grazie. And now that we have our full Italian starter, I'm gonna have to try out this fantastic, I'm sure, Manhattan, but we're on the corner of Madison and 66. And I'm gonna tell you something, on the Upper East Side, there's not that much in terms of restaurants when you're over on Madison or 5th. So this is a really great spot if you're on the more west side of the Upper East Side. Cheers. It's very good.